Also, remember to look us up at our Facebook page at facebook.com/thescore with Chase Efurd and Joseph Huerta with no spaces. And if you would like to follow us on Twitter, you can follow Chase at twitter.com/Chase Efurd. And if you would like to follow me, Joseph, you can follow me at twitter.com/thescore_Joseph. Welcome back to The Score. I left you guys off saying that some schools were in some big trouble. The University of North Carolina has received notice of allegations from the NCAA outlining numerous potential major violations in the football program. I'm going to read you off an article about the allegations on ESPN. The notice released Tuesday evening accuses former associate head coach John Blake of providing false and misleading information to both NCAA investigators and the school regarding his relationship with the late NFL agent Gary Wichard. That included a failure to report $31,500 in outside income from Wichard's firm Protect Management from 2007 to October 2009. The NCAA said Blake worked to steer players to Wichard once they reached the NFL. Blake's attorney have previously characterized the transactions as loans between friends during tough financial times. The notice states 7 players received more than $27,000 in improper benefits in 2009 and 2010. In addition, the NCAA alleged unethical conduct by former tutor Jennifer Wiley for refusing to cooperate with the investigation, providing about $3,500 worth of extra benefits in travel, parking expenses, and free tutoring to players. The school was also cited for failing to monitor social media activity of the team in 2010, as well as the conduct of former player Chris Hawkins. Hawkins was previously connected to trips to Atlanta and Las Vegas made by cornerback Kendrick Burney, and also paid $1,000 for the jersey of Georgia's A.J. Green, a transaction that resulted in Green's 4-game suspension because the NCAA said Hawkins qualified as an agent. Now, these things can be huge for North Carolina, because then North Carolina might go on probation and get wins taken away, scholarships taken away, just like USC was. Because these are actually serious. Unlike what happened in Ohio State. What happened in Ohio State was people from outside the program giving players inside the program stuff. This is people from inside the whole program, the school, are giving stuff to student athletes inside the school as well. So this is pretty big. This could turn into something big because there's a lot more going on here than there was at USC. USC, it was for one player. Okay, 2 players if you count OJ Mayo. But it was just for one player in each sport, I guess you can say. But this is for several players and several different people doing this. So this is really, really big for North Carolina. What's sad is North Carolina was on their way up in college football. They've been getting good recruiting classes. They've been an all-around good football program. And now they may be heading down again because of some stupid people inside their program. Very selfish people who are just destroying the program that they are employed by. So now I don't think North Carolina will be relevant for the next few years just because of what's happening. For all we know, Butch Davis was in on this too, but I can't just go around saying stuff, making conspiracies like one of those crazy people. But hopefully he's not. Hopefully it's just isolated between these few people that are involved with all these rule breakers or whatever. But we'll see. We will have to wait until these violations are 100% set in and that they are 100% true. So we'll see. We'll have to wait until then. The other big thing that's going on is the University of Oregon paid for old information about recruits. they bought a package like of recruiting information, of tape and stats and stuff like that for $25,000 for a package that was for athletes entering school in 2011. But the stuff that was sent them, okay, let me start over. They paid $25,000 for information about players that graduated in 2009. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound right. Why would you pay $25,000 to a guy for outdated information like that? This sounds really fishy. I don't know about you, but to me it does. To me it sounds like they're paying this guy for something else that he did and telling everybody else a different reason. But come on, this is the worst. The most bogus like story to put in place of that you can think of. Buying 2-year-old information. It sounds like this guy helped him get a recruit. It says here that this guy that they paid, his name is Will Lyles. He had a relationship with Latch Seastrunk, a 5-star recruit that Oregon signed last year, and LaMichael James, Oregon's big-time running back. So, and this money was paid to him right after Seastrunk signed letter of intent with Oregon. So, this may mean that they paid him because he persuaded these players to join the University of Oregon. This may explain why Oregon has rose up so quickly, how they came from a pretty decent program to now an elite program so quickly. Guys, we might be seeing 2 programs that were on the rise go right back to where they were, or maybe even lower, just because they didn't want to follow the rules. There are plenty of programs out there that do everything by the rules and don't pay people stuff like this. Don't want to do every single thing they can to win. And okay, let me rephrase that. They're not stupid enough to do something that they're not supposed to just so they can win football games or win championships. What it looks like for North Carolina and Oregon. You see programs like Arkansas, LSU, hopefully Florida and Alabama have not been doing this stuff either. They're all, except for Arkansas, have been elite programs in college football for the past maybe 10, 15 years. For a very long time, they've been very good programs. And they have not had these major rule violations, what we're seeing for Oregon and North Carolina. Although these violations may not be true, they're allegedly what am I trying to say? They're being accused of doing what I've been telling you guys. So, well, okay, I just remembered Alabama did do stuff right before Nick Saban got there. They were in violation of some stuff, and they were on probation for a while, and then Nick Saban was able to bring them back out of the dumps pretty quickly. But right now, for all we know, they're clean programs. They don't do anything wrong. They're not dumb. So hopefully that these are isolated with what's going on at Oregon, North Carolina, and the whole college football doesn't have to be shut down or something crazy like that because everybody's paying players and paying guys to recruit players and all this crazy stuff like that. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. You guys check us out on Ustream. Well, y'all are listening to a Ustream now. Check us out on Facebook at Facebook. Just search The Score with Chase Efurd and Joseph Huerta. And check us out on Twitter. Chase's, I believe, is Chase_Efurd, and mine is TheScore_Joseph. So just check us out, follow us. We'll be live again next Wednesday, so be sure to listen. Thanks guys for listening, and I'll see you next week.